Let me tell you, if you're on the hunt for an aquarium fish with some serious personality, one that's going to look you right in the eye, then you have come to the right place. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the scatfish, and trust me, this is one fish that is anything but boring.
I mean, are you kind of tired of fish that just swim? The ones that don't seem to notice you're even there? Well, the scatfish is a total game changer. It's a fish that acts like it knows you, a fish with genuine character. If that sounds good to you, let's do this.
So let's properly introduce the scatfish. These guys are known for being incredibly tough and always on the go. But, and this is a big but, they've got a semi-aggressive streak and they absolutely have to live in a group. If you can get that balance right, what you get in return is just this incredible, dynamic display. It's honestly amazing to watch.
Now look, keeping these fish happy and healthy isn't about memorizing some giant, complicated rule book. It really just comes down to understanding 3 core ideas. If you can nail these 3 things, you're going to be in great shape.
And here they are, the 3 pillars for scatfish success. Getting the water right, giving them the right home, and picking the right neighbors. We're going to break down each one of these, and by the time we're done, you'll have a super clear roadmap for a fantastic scatfish tank.
Okay, let's jump right in. Pillar number 1 is all about their world, their environment. This is the absolute foundation for everything else. We're talking about the water they live in and the space they need to, actually live.
First things first, scatfish are not your average freshwater pet. They need something called brackish water. So what is that? Well, think of it like a cocktail. It's part freshwater, part saltwater. Picture where a river meets the ocean, that's their natural sweet spot. For the youngsters, you're aiming for a specific gravity around 1.005 to 1.010, and you'll slowly bump that up as they get older.
And this right here might be the most important thing you hear today. Don't go crazy trying to hit some perfect number on your hydrometer. What truly matters is stability. A consistent, stable tank is 1,000 times better and less stressful for your fish than one where the numbers are swinging up and down all the time.
And it's not just about the water itself. These fish are little bundles of energy. They need room to swim, to explore, to get away from each other. Trying to cram them into a small tank is just a recipe for disaster. It leads to stress, fighting. It's just not good. You really need at least a 55-gallon tank to even start with a small group. And honestly, with scats, bigger is always, always better.
Okay, so we've got their physical space dialed in. Now it's time to talk about their social life, which is, well, let's just say it's key to getting this right. Understanding their personality is absolutely crucial for a peaceful aquarium.
Let's just put it right out there. Scatfish are semi-aggressive. This is not your peaceful, gentle community fish. They can definitely get territorial, especially if they feel cramped. And yeah, they are known to nip at fins. It's just their natural instinct, how they figure out who's boss in the group.
So the big question is, what do you do about it, right? You can't change their fundamental nature, but you can absolutely manage the situation and set them up to succeed.
This chart really breaks it down perfectly. In the good companions column, you see the type of fish that work. Other tough, fast-moving brackish fish like monos or archerfish, they can hold their own. And on the poor companions side, yeah, that's everything you want to avoid. Slow guys, fish with long, delicate fins, they'll just become trigates. So remember, think tough, not timid.
But here is the other, and maybe more important part of the solution, the school itself. And I'm not kidding, this part is completely non-negotiable. You need to keep them in a group of at least 5 or 6. It lets them spread out any aggression, so no single fish gets picked on constantly. It lowers their stress, and it lets them act like scatfish. A single scat is just a stressed-out, aggressive, ticking time bomb.
So you've got this happy, well-adjusted school and a perfect environment. What's next? Well, you've got to give them the right fuel. And that brings us to our third and final pillar, feeding and daily care. The good news is they aren't terribly picky eaters. But, and you knew there was a but, variety is the absolute key to keeping them healthy. A good high-quality flake or pellet should be their main food, but you'll want to mix in lots of meaty stuff like frozen brine shrimp or bloodworms. Oh, and throwing in some sinking pellets is a great idea. It gets them searching around the bottom, which is what they do in the wild.
Now, you're going to hear people say that scats are hardy. And they are, but we need to be clear on what that means. It means they can adapt to different salt levels. It does not mean they can live in a dirty tank. These fish are messy, so you need powerful filtration like a big canister filter, and you cannot skip your regular water changes. Their hardy reputation is no excuse for lazy maintenance.
So when you put it all together,
You can see why the Scatfish is often called a rewarding challenge. Yeah, they demand a little more than your average tetra, but the payoff is this amazingly active, engaging centerpiece for your aquarium. Let's do a quick final checklist to tie this all up.
Okay, so if you take away nothing else from this, please remember these 3 things. Success with Scatfish really just boils down to this. 1. Get their brackish water right and keep it stable. 2. Give them lots of space and the company of their own kind. And 3. Be smart about their tank mates. You do those 3 things and you are well on your way.
Nailing those 3 pillars, water, home, and neighbors, that's the whole secret. So take a good look at your setup, think about what you want from your hobby, and ask yourself the real question. Are you ready to take on this challenge and get the reward of keeping these incredible fish?